Yeah, the move. Whatever hand you hit, you move to that side. Left hook, boom! You gotta think of throwing punches. Your job is to throw punches.
A dog with sheep, it will become a sheep.
Anthony Joshua is said to be training alongside Mike Tyson as he gets ready for his next fight with Jake Paul. Joshua has reviewed classic methods linked to Tyson's coaching team to sharpen his abilities, and his main priority now is strategy, speed, and power. The training camp focuses on tactical preparation and conditioning, aiming to guarantee Joshua is completely ready and performing at his peak for the coming challenge inside the ring.
In the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his heart.
Anthony Joshua shared how Mike Tyson has been a major inspiration, particularly with his power and discipline. Now, AJ has added targeted neck and shoulder exercises to his regimen, following Tyson's techniques. He explains that these drills boost strength, stability, and punching power, highlighting how learning from the greats can directly influence and elevate his own training routine.
The neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson, a lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you want.
Mike Tyson has offered advice to Anthony Joshua, calling him an exceptional fighter. He stressed that staying active in the ring is crucial for growth, explaining that regular fights help refine skills, boost confidence, and keep a boxer performing at their absolute best.
To somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost, you may have got $30 million. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight constantly. To be the best, you have to do it more.
Anthony Joshua is going all out in training camp, incorporating key aspects of Mike Tyson's style. His routine now includes specialized neck rolls and strength exercises to boost power and resilience, with a strong focus on conditioning, speed, and technique. These workouts are aimed at improving punching impact, agility, and stamina, showing AJ's full commitment to mastering his skills and dominating inside the ring.
Bro, my physio's looking at me like, what the fuck? I can see you looking at me like, fuck, please don't fuck me. Hey, if it goes, at least you're here anyway. You know, 43,000 tuned in. Oh, man. I started this shit.
Just want to set up the physio table, put the flats on it.
Anything.
Get back up there.
Easy, bro.
Eat.
Showdown sent me a lovely picture of me.
Eddie Hearn has stated confidently that he believes Anthony Joshua would beat Jake Paul if the fight takes place. He notes that while Jake Paul isn't seen as a top-level boxer or a major name in traditional boxing, Joshua's win shouldn't be taken for granted. Hearn highlights Joshua's track record against elite fighters like Francis Ngannou, showing that his victories come from skill, preparation, and discipline, not just facing weaker opponents. He stresses that Joshua's rigorous training, combined with power, technique, and strategy, allows him to dominate opponents at every level.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitates a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But, as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world...
Nigel Benn has raised concerns about how entertainment-driven fights are affecting professional boxing. He believes that when celebrities or social media stars step into the ring, traditional boxers, who dedicate their lives to training and competing at the highest level, often miss out on fair financial rewards. Ben highlights that pay for real competitive fighters is usually modest compared to the huge sums offered in crossover events that attract massive audiences and viral attention. These spectacle fights bring big sponsorships and paydays to participants who may lack the same skill or experience. He warns that this trend could harm the sport, as it undervalues the years of hard work and dedication of professional boxers.
Bit of rumours around today, Anthony Joshua and
Oh,
Jake.
no. I'm not even really entertaining that. It's just not. Being a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, it's I don't know, YouTubers. I'm not really into all them influencers coming in there, and there's like some boxers that really work their butt off, don't get paid like what these guys are getting. And Anthony Joshua being former world champion should be fighting like someone in the top 5, top 10. So I really got much time to talk about that. Not interested, really.
Bad for boxing?
Well, not bad for boxing. If people want to pay to watch it, then who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Who's not worked his way through the ranks to earn that shot at the former world champion? No, not at all.
Australian boxing. Who are you a fan of? Obviously got good fighters out there. Jai's my type of fighter. He's very spiteful, and he's just another level, really. I don't think there's no better cruiserweight around.
Adola highlights the financial angle of a potential Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight. From his perspective, it would be unwise for Joshua to turn down such a massive payday, which could reach around $100 million. For a fighter of Joshua's experience and skill, the challenge posed by Jake Paul is minimal compared to the reward, making it a low-risk, high-reward scenario. Adola points out that such financial opportunities are rare in boxing, even for top champions, and seizing it would be a smart career move. He argues that Joshua can combine significant earnings with a manageable level of risk, given Paul's relative inexperience as a professional boxer.
Knocks on your door and says, "Do you want to fight Jake Paul for $100 million?" You're like, you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that $100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Like, well, why are you going to turn down $100 million? AJ should and could, should knock out Jake Paul in a round. Like, if Jake Paul was over here fighting under our British Boxing Board of Control, I don't think it would be a Southern Area Cruiserweight champion. AJ is a former unified heavyweight champion of the world that I still believe is a top 10 heavyweight in the world. Like, AJ should be able to destroy him. AJ is going to be 60 pounds or so bigger than him. AJ hits like a truck. AJ is a better boxer. Like, this is
A significant number of boxing fans have voiced strong criticism over the idea of Anthony Joshua facing Jake Paul. Many see the matchup as undermining professional boxing, pairing a seasoned heavyweight champion with a social media personality who lacks traditional boxing experience. Fans worry that by taking this fight, Joshua might miss the chance to face Tyson Fury, a far more legitimate and challenging opponent. Critics argue that the bout seems driven more by financial gain than the sport's competitive and historical integrity. Social media and forums are filled with debates, with fans questioning whether Joshua's legacy could be affected by stepping into the ring for such an event.
Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with YouTuber Jake Paul, and that's what he is, YouTuber Jake Paul. Would you watch it? Simon, before we take some calls, with this seemingly in the pipeline, can we safely say goodbye to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
Well, I think it's done anyway, judging by the mood music that seems to be coming out from various camps. If you listen to Tyson Fury, he seems to be, despite the fact we've danced this dance before and walked this walk before, he seems to be talking in a very different way. There's no hyperbole. It's, I'm done. This is a younger man's game. I've done my bit. I'm at peace with where I am in life. I don't need boxing anymore. But not in the flash for cash way that Tyson often does it. In a more earnest way is my understanding of his sort of thought processes. So with that in mind, it almost feels that that's off the table anyway. Who knows? The draw of the enormous amounts of money that this one fight can generate. This is the one fight that can really get everybody paid. I mean, the two protagonists. Whatever Usyk takes, tragically for him, he wouldn't even get anywhere near as much money as potentially being offered for the Fury-Joshua fight.
What would earn AJ more of a pay packet? Fighting Fury or fighting Jake Paul?
Well, I would think tragically fighting Jake Paul.
God, what is that?
Because the revenues, because it's a Gen Z TikTok generation that wants to watch sport in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's nothing critical of them. It's just the way that it is. And that's the circumstances of social media and the platforms that people like Jake Paul are able to cross over. It's not a case of people in the mainstream should be dinosaurs. The digital world and those opportunities and those platforms are marvelous places. And you know, you heard me talking about Mark Goldbridge the other day and the commercial deal that he did with the Bundesliga. And we can be sniffy about their level of content, or we can accept that there is a place for everybody. It's interesting that still the digital world and that's...
Analysts note that Jake Paul's decision to fight Anthony Joshua represents a major step up in competition compared to his previous opponents. Unlike the older or retired fighters he's faced before, Joshua is an active, high-level professional with a proven track record against top-tier challengers. This forces Paul to adjust his training, strategy, and mindset, as he can no longer rely on facing someone past their prime or inexperienced. While Paul remains the underdog, analysts say this fight presents a real test of his abilities and a chance to show growth and improvement.
Maybe even bigger than the Mike Tyson fight. It's hard to say really. Tyson was a big name, but it's going to do numbers regardless, because Joshua is a big name and then people are going to be tuning in to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Right now, Eddie Hearn talks about Jake Paul taking this Joshua fight.
I mean, my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signed to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. I mean, Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. Like, you know, I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, you know, like if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, you know, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there, you know. So it would be huge, but nothing, you know, to tell you it's close. Just a few conversations so far.
Damn right, if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's got some major balls on him. And I know people hate influencer boxing, but come on, he's not fighting an old, retired, past the prime MMA fighter. No, he's fighting a legit boxer who's massive, 6'5", 6'6", jacked, 240, 250 pounds, shredded, power puncher. Do we need to remind ourselves of what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou? Francis Ngannou was coming off a pretty good performance over Tyson Fury. He didn't get the win in that fight, but you could argue that he did actually win that fight. And Ngannou, throughout his entire MMA career, in 4-ounce gloves, very rarely got hit. He could take a punch. He's got a big, fat African head. Big, thick neck, traps, back. He just can't really be hit. And look.
Shane McGuigan has voiced doubts about whether an Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul fight will actually happen. He calls the idea somewhat farcical, questioning the practical and logistical challenges involved. While public interest and media hype are high, McGuigan notes that contract negotiations, promotional issues, and the physical and reputational risks could prevent the fight. From a sporting perspective, he adds, the matchup may not make sense for Joshua if maintaining competitive credibility is the goal. McGuigan's remarks echo the concerns of many in boxing who worry about prioritizing entertainment and money over legitimate sporting challenges.
Joshua Jake Paul reports, what do you make of it? And if we were to see AJ step in with Jake Paul?
I said it yesterday, I'll say it again, I think it's farcical. I don't see how it's going to materialise. I didn't think the Tank fight would materialise, and it didn't. And you know, it's all good saying that you're going to box somebody, and then, you know, but until literally they're on the ring walk and in the ring, and I'm not going to believe it.
Away from AJ, would you make of the Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. fight next week?
It's an interesting fight. Haney's up at 147. He looks good. He looks physically good. It's mad to think he's only 26 years of age. Confident-wise, I don't know what that Garcia fight took out of him. You know, because yes, he tested positive afterwards, but I believe that his Achilles heel is punch resistance, and I think, you know, it'll be interesting. I don't know enough about Norman, but I think definitely test him, and maybe Devin Haney will hold a better shot now. He's up at 147. But yeah, it's an exciting matchup. I think it's a.
Analysts have observed a change in how Jake Paul is viewed in the boxing world. Once seen mainly as a celebrity or social media figure, he is starting to earn recognition as a legitimate boxer, thanks in part to the higher level of competition he is taking on. This growing respect is changing how fans, trainers, and commentators perceive him, acknowledging his efforts and achievements. Analysts emphasize that this doesn't place Paul on the same level as elite fighters like Joshua, but it does mark an important step toward credibility.
One that I was mostly from you was the Anderson Silva one. Where Anderson Silva had like one sick round where he's like, whoop, whoop, doing it what Anderson Silva does and missing everything and cracks him and whatever. And then he just like the next few rounds, he's back to like just getting his butt kicked by Jake Paul and walking around, doesn't look the same. Yeah. But again, I don't think these guys are actually getting dropped to like faking. I think Jake Paul actually has that kind of power. I just feel like they kind of know the deal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. I make a lot of money. You make a lot of money, not as much money as me, but you make more money than you ever would. So you take it. It is what it is. But I don't know. Kind of sucks to see all these legends, right? Like of the sport. Like, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see this guy is losing to freaking Jake Paul.
I will say I loved everything about the Tyson fight in the lead up, and then as I'm actually watching it, I'm like, all right, this is actually fucked up. My bad.
Yeah, it's like senior up.
Even when he turns around on.
People are starting to take Jake Paul more seriously, recognizing that he trains hard, studies boxing techniques, and is willing to face tough opponents. This shift could impact his career, as the acknowledgement of his skills may help him secure more serious opponents and higher profile fights in the future. Analysts note that while he is still learning, being taken seriously marks a significant change in perception and represents a turning point for how crossover fighters are viewed within the boxing community.
You probably know some other stuff like
how much Anthony Joshua made.
Is he in debt? Does he have to do? They know these.
There's an outside motivation to want to do it. Yeah.
And then that's probably why guys like Tyson or whatever would like, well, yeah, I need to pay some bills. Let's do it.
It also gets their name back out there, in a big way.
And it has to be a big enough name that people are interested at all. Yeah.
And I think at this point, Jake Paul is taken a little more seriously than before. Like, if it was the first fight, I think it's a lot different. But then at this point, I think it's more like, oh yeah, it's a thing. It's an exhibition. It's a
model.
Yeah. This has got to be big money because even Anthony Joshua's last fight that he lost, he reportedly earned about 25 million pounds. And when he fought Francis Ngannou in March, he approximately made $50 million.
Wow.
So like rumor mill has it so that Jake Paul is set to potentially Jake Paul might earn 90